Namaskar.
Namaskar.
We are very delighted to have amidst us here at the Royal Global University, Sri Ramanuj Dutta Choudhury, the executive editor of the Assam Tribune, Guwahati. A prolific writer, a journalist whose career spans over 35 long years and more. He's had intimate conversations with the Dalai Lama, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and many other luminaries. He's a person of the night, from the desk to letting the paper take its birth and then retiring in the wee hours of the morning. He's here in our campus today as a chief guest for the release of this book on Zubeen's birthday. Zubeen, 20 songs and 7 portraits. Thank you so much, Ramanuj Dutta, for taking time out to be our guest today and also to release this book. And we want to open this discussion today with your reflections on Brother Zubeen, on his birthday.
No, actually, as you know, I don't want to get up in the morning, but for Zubeen I had to come.
Right.
Isn't it?
Is it? Thank you.
So, and with our long association, since you called me, I had to come.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
On the program, it was a nice job on part of Royal Global University to bring out a book like that. So, personally, I believe that I said in a meeting itself that his songs should be translated and published, because I don't want his songs to be confined to Assam only. It should go abroad. And if somebody can translate and sing, that is well and good, but even it is difficult for others to sing Zubeen songs, I know.
Right.
Because he used to sing at a very top note on some songs.
He's not so, he starts on a very high note at times, and to reach that segment is also very difficult.
It will be very difficult, but at least some of his best songs can be translated, then it will be really great.
We did seek permission from Garima before we went with this project, with the blessings of Professor Ramanuj Dutta Choudhury sir, who's our chair professor in the university, our vice chancellor Olaf Buragahai sir. With their blessings, we had a discussion with Garima, and we told her that what started at home will remain at home. So all the translations done by our Kupal Ra Acharya, Pradip Acharya's Sar's son, he's done a commendable job in a small time frame. And the copyright of these songs will remain with Garima Sattyakee Garg.
No, let that remain.
Right.
That is not an issue at all.
Right.
But at least if the songs are translated and somebody tries to sing at some level, may not be at Zubeen's level, then the world knows.
Right.
Right.
With a global perspective, we'll get, and it has a wider audience.
See, I give you an example. Isaac Bashevis singer used to write in Yiddish language. Yiddish language, number of Yiddish language speakers, I don't know the exact count, but it will be less than Assamese.
Yes.
But he got the Nobel Prize because his books were translated into English. That is why he got the Nobel Prize. So, like that, maybe if Zubeen's songs are translated, maybe he will be considered for Nobel someday.
Who knows? I'm sure, yes.
Who knows?
And I really appreciate your thoughts, Ramanuj Dutta, because his songs, his thought process definitely needs a global perspective. The reach out should be global, and that's what is the initiation. That was the idea which Sir came up with, and that's why we've called the book Zubeen, 20 songs and 7 portraits. Of course, I'm so glad again that one of the portraits was penned by you, and your perspective on you captured the idea of philanthropy. Would you like to share a few thoughts?
Because I thought of doing philanthropy, writing on philanthropy, because you know, I love listening to songs, but I am not an expert on songs. I have been listening to not only Zubeen songs, any song. When I work out or when I write something, I keep songs at a low volume and listen to that.
Right.
But the thing is that I am not capable enough to write on songs of Zubeen. I don't think so. That's why I decided to write about his philanthropy. And not many people know about his philanthropy because he didn't want publicity for that. He never wanted.
And I'm also very glad that even nationwide, like the Mumbai Mirror in the Times of India, the edit team contacted me to do a write-up on Zubeen. I was very thrilled, yet I was also wondering that they said that people here think his fame is only Ya Ali. And then I put a little extra thought to it to write that piece for Mumbai Mirror. So, will you share your experiences and the thoughts that came into your mind after he suddenly left us? The supplement that you came up with. Where and how were the seeds sown for that idea?
No, actually, the day he died, that was we got the confirmation in the afternoon hours. So that day went in a hurry. Next day, we started thinking of a supplement. You see, Assam Tribune was the only paper to do a supplement on Zubeen.
Right.
Others could have done, but they missed out on one thing. We normally do supplements on the Shraddha day. No, with all such personalities.
Great luminaries.
So, I don't know why it came to my mind that we will bring it earlier. And just I checked the calendar that his Shraddha day was Navami. The papers are closed for that day. So, we thought that as soon as possible we will bring it out. We tried on the third day, couldn't do it, but couldn't manage it. But on the fourth day we came up with the supplement. And I think you wrote an article, then several persons contributed.
Right.
And it came up. May not be too good, but okay.
No, everyone was talking about that supplement, and of course, it was your thoughts, you sowed the seeds. And that's how I also approached Mitra Vaido, a very prolific writer from the region, and also a noted writer in our country, writing in English. Because I thought that we will also have her point of view today, because Mitra Vaido, apart from being a prolific writer, is also a singer. So we thought that we will have the discussion with you both today. But Mitra Vaido had to, this is a Lit Fest time, so she's off to Hyderabad, and we missed her in person today. That's why we mentioned that in absentia, Mitra Vaido. But when you go through the book, and as you mentioned that his songs need to be translated and sung for a better reach, giving the Yiddish language experience. What do you think Ramanuj Dutta is missing out from the statements that we are getting to hear? But do you think we're missing out on the very young age group's thoughts?
Yes, we
High school,
in our
college.
supplement we could accommodate one college student, but actually what happened, he had another of his addas. Zubeen had an adda near my place.
Right.
So many youngsters gathered that day. While coming out to the office, I got down from the car, asked everybody who can give me an article by tonight. Please raise your hand.
He has raised his hand.
Nobody raised his hand. So, shouting Joy Zubinda and writing something on Zubinda are two different things.
I totally agree.
Anybody can shout. And in that context, I want to say that, okay, paying tribute to Zubeen Samadhi is very good. I also went there. Along with my friends on the day of Astami, because that was a holiday for us.
Yes.
We all went there. That was a good thing to do. But what I am pained at, some people, youngsters, are using that as something else, creating nuisance for neighbors. That is not acceptable.
He would have not liked it.
He would not
Zubeen was a
like
very
it.
silent man otherwise. In a discussion, Ramanuj, as I told you before, while I was penning down his requiem for the Assam Tribune, I remember sharing these thoughts with you that in a group of friends, of course we were drinking, we were trying to curtail this habit, but nonetheless, in the wee hours of the morning, I would still share that he was the most silent among all of us. Of course, he used to participate, but if someone who was listening more and speaking less, it's always
No,
Zubeen.
actually, I believe he was trying to, like a sponge, he was trying to absorb knowledge
True.
from everywhere.
True. I would agree wholeheartedly with you in this regard.
He is like a sponge. He was like a sponge. In fact, I refer to him as he is because
Yeah.
he will always
Forever be with us.
live through his songs or his works, what to say. So we can say in present tense whenever we talk about him.
Of course. And that's when I thought, one night when I was trying to start putting my thoughts on paper, this came up. The art you create eventually creates you. So I thought we will start the anthology with that. But I think nothing beats your Assam Tribune headline. If you could share that with our viewers of how that thought was born. I loved it personally.
Actually, initially we thought Zubeen cremated. Okay.
Right.
Very
The
conventional.
backstory, yes.
Conventional. Then somebody said something. So I told the desk, let everybody write we go out of convention, let everybody write a headline of his choice.
Okay, that's how.
And then we will come up with it. Then Mridumaloy wrote, Rukrakhon, he wrote this, with a little bit of change, of course.
Yeah.
But then others said that this kind of headline, people will not catch it.
Okay, that discussion also took place, which
That
means
discussion also took
the
place.
sky finds a new star.
So people will not catch it or understand it. I said, okay, what will happen? Tomorrow I will get a Sukos. At the most.
Right.
Let's go ahead.
I think that was brilliant.
Let's go ahead. Why should we remain conventional all the time?
Yes.
Let's go ahead with it.
And I was so happy to read the paper. Apart from those days, thoughts were coming in from various corners and all very different. What brightened up everything was that headline.
Yes.
It clearly said, if I am not mistaken, the sky finds a new star.
Sky gets a new star.
Sky gets a new star. Mridumalay. Meduda. Brilliant. And from there onwards, of course, we're still waiting, and I'm sure the law will find its way. But
Hopefully.
But let's then shift to, as an executive editor of the Assam Tribune, I'm sure there are various subject areas that that gets you thinking. What would be a thought around a new threat that is looming at large in your mind?
There are many threats, but personally, if you ask me very personally, I think climate change will get us sooner or later.
Yes,
see,
very alarming.
You must have remembered that wild kind of landslides in northern region.
Yes.
Even in Darjeeling. See, if you hit the murderer too much, she will hit back, isn't it?
Yes.
Now she has started hitting back.
And
the results will be disastrous, let me tell you. Because this time we had 34% less rain in Assam.
just imagine.
Just imagine.
And if we neglect planting trees, where is the oxygen coming from? I understand, in quotes, development, for me, today is a very scary word because of the simple
See,
fact.
development is required, but not at the cost of trees.
It can't be. We have to preserve the ecological balance.
See, I am giving you an example. The Gangotri glacier, from which the river Ganga emerges, is receding by 30 to 40 meters a year.
True.
The river may dry up someday or other. Brahmaputra, we don't have the exact figures because it is in China.
Right.
But Brahmaputra's highest discharge in Guwahati, highest ever recorded discharge was 77,000 cubic meters per second. Okay, at one point of time. Then, for a long period, the July discharge was on an average 60 to 70,000 cubic per second. Last year, in July, it was down to 34,000 cubic.
It is actually a very scary thought when it comes to climate and the ecological imbalance that the whole globe is facing. Every day we get to hear a new story. And every story is alarming, especially when it comes to nature. Luckily, in the northeast, as we go out, we still see a lot of greenery. The river is still flowing. On the positive side of each one of us' existence, what are your reflections, Ramanuj Dutta?
Well, you just said rivers are flowing. You know, we don't know what is going on in Brahmaputra. That is because that originates in China. So we don't have exact data. Number one. Number two, Himalayan glaciers are receding very fast.
Right.
How much it is receding in Tibet, we don't know. We don't have actual data. But the Gangotri is receding by 30 to 40 meters a year. So the same must be the situation in Brahmaputra, Tibet glaciers. So that is a dangerous trend, and more so because all the North Bank tributaries of the Brahmaputra are glacier fed.
Right.
So we are going for a very dangerous trend.
And I'm also wondering about the dam. I'm not very sure, but we heard stories about the construction of the dam.
And that is near the Great Bend.
Right.
And that is the biggest. That will be the biggest dam, 60,000 megawatt. 60,000 megawatt. We are now shouting over a 2,000 megawatt dam in Subansiri.
Right. And then big one.
And that
look at the magnitude.
See the magnitude. And if it breaks.
Scary.
If it breaks. China has a very dubious distinction of a huge dam break in 70s, I think. I don't remember because I am not prepared for that for podcast right now. Right. But China has the dubious distinction of facing world's worst dam accident. You can just Google it and see.
That's food for thought, yes.
So if this dam breaks, we will be wiped out from the map of the world. Not us only, Bangladesh, including Bangladesh, we will be wiped out. And they can control the flow of river. That is the most dangerous thing. Maybe in dry days we will see a totally dry Brahmaputra, and maybe over flooding.
When it's raining?
When it is raining, they may release excess water and cause over flooding. So they don't have to go on a war with us. They can control Brahmaputra, and it is worse than a war.
It's ecological warfare.
Ecological warfare.
Yeah,
but that is easier to do.
Yes. Yes,
no loss of life on their side.
We'll definitely take this subject on a different day, Ramanuj Dutta, because of the density of it, and it's overall a very scary thought as it is. But since you are here,
scary.
Yeah, but since you are here in our campus today, and since we're going back to Zubeen's birthday, and of course 20 songs and 7 portraits, which you very gracefully released. Tell us something about the luminaries you shared the space with. I know about the Dalai Lama, I now know about our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, and the various other luminaries who you had a tete-a-tete.
Well, difficult to say because it will be like beating my own drum, which I don't like.
No, you don't have. It's not beating your own drum. We've been reading you over years, Ramanuj Dutta, but what really takes the light out of it?
Well, with Dalai Lama,
Moments, the glorious
Dalai
moments.
Lama moments. When I first met him, I met him thrice so far.
Right. How lucky.
So when I first met him, I went to his place. At that time, I was very tensed because my wife was suffering from cancer. I was really tensed up. That was her first
Bout.
bout.
Yes.
So she had on her sixth relapse, she died. So that was first time. So I was more tense. So when I went in to his room, he stood up, came up to me, and then took me to a chair, and after I sat on the sofa, he sat down.
My goodness.
Then we had a long interview, about 2 hours. That was a very long one. And finally, before leaving, I just told him that please pray for me. I am having this problem. Then he asked me, do you have time? Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, I definitely have time. What I am? Nothing. I had nothing to do that day after that. My flight was next day. So he called somebody to bring in some water or something. Then he prayed. Prayed and gave me the bottle, that give it to your wife. So that was a fantastic gesture from him.
Of course.
Then later also they sent Tibetan medicines.
To ease the pain.
The Tibetan medicines later on also, but that didn't work. That is my luck.
Same with my father when he passed away out of cancer. We tried all these alternative medicines, and I thought if it eases the pain, why not?
No, why not?
Yeah.
What is the harm?
Because
in that?
we were ready when they said that's only a month left. So we tried alternate medicines, but anyway, I'm sure they are resting in heaven peacefully. And Ramanuj, what about your memories with our Prime Minister, and casually sitting like this in a pair of jeans? Because I've never seen you in formals. Did you also make it like this? Because I think the photograph you were wearing a pair of jeans, simple,
I was
like
in
you
a pair
are.
of jeans and sneakers.
Yes.
I am always like that.
I know.
What do I do?
That's the uniqueness of Ramanuj Dutta Choudhury. And would you like to share a few moments with in the Prime Minister's
The Prime Minister
office?
is different kind of guy. Because when we approach somebody, person will just either stand up or just say, yes, come.
Yeah.
Ahok.
Hi.
Or somebody may stand up and say ahok. When I entered his room, he went out of his table.
Seriously?
Seriously, we met midway in the room.
So he came out to greet you and take you in? Wow.
So that he is different.
That's the backstory again.
Then when my wife died, he wrote a personal letter to me.
See?
Dear Ramanuj, Bulke. So he is a bit different from other politicians. I have interviewed Home Minister. I am not criticizing him. He was also very open, but he will just say, sit in his chair, aye. But this guy is different.
Right.
And another aspect I found very interesting. He asked me, first time कब मिला था बोलो तो? I said, in our Platinum Jubilee he came. I met him there. So our Platinum Jubilee, नहीं भूल जाते हो. First time. So when you were BJP's secretary in charge in Assam, no. Even before that, sir, I don't remember.
So you gave up.
I gave up.
And he came with you, with a sharp recall, he came with the answer.
He came with the answer. बीजेपी के एक 2 कमरे पे राजगढ़ रोड में एक 2 कमरा का घर होते थे, असम टाइप का, वहाँ होते थे. अब यंग लड़का था, हाँ था, यंग तो था ही डेफिनेटली।
हाँ।
मैं तब आरएसएस में था, तब एक बार मिला था वो उस घर में। My
You must be shocked, silent.
shocked silence. Then he laughed. आप लोग भूल जाते हो, नरेंद्र मोदी नहीं भूलते।
Oh my goodness. On that good note, Ramanuj Dutta, thank you for recalling those memories. And what a sharp recall, which means.
हाँ,
And
I was totally shocked.
right, everyone would be. And it's taking you back some glory 3 decades and more.
3 decades or more.
But Ramanuj Dutta, all said and done, what a pleasure it was to have you in person here in our campus.
Thank you.
Especially in the morning hours, like I said.
Morning hours, yes.
Also
as
in the
you said.
inauguration. I hope Brother Zubeen's thoughts, feelings, creations will keep continuing and gracing
No,
our
that is
generations.
why I always say, when Zubeen died, I gave only one Facebook post. Zubeen is not dead, he will always live through his works.
Of course he will.
Just one sentence. I didn't keep harping on that issue.
Right.
I have written one sentence and that's it.
That's it. And so I said that on this, like in the beginning, let's end it up on that. The art you create eventually creates you for obvious reasons. I'm sure Brother Zubeen will be alive. And today on his birthday, it was a double delight to have Ramanuj Dutta Choudhury, Executive Editor of the Assam Tribune, a dear brother and a guide for all of us when it comes to journalism. And thank you so much for all the time and for gracing us. Namaskar, Ramanuj Dutta.
Namaskar. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. And Sattyakee giving a namaskar, that doesn't add up.
So Ramanuj Dutta, let's shake hands in that case. And the usual one that we do. And what a delight once again to have you with us.
Sattyakee getting formal doesn't add up.
Doesn't add up. True. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.